Hello everyone, welcome back to our course. Today we'll talk about common problems and strategies of ceramic translation. When translating ceramic culture, what are the most common problems? Yes, the first one is abuse of domestication, which leads to the distortion of Chinese ceramic culture to foreign countries. For example, the famous traditional ceramics of Jingdezheng, 薄胎瓷, also known as 蛋壳瓷, after more than 40 processes, its thickness is less than 1 millimeter, as thin as eggshell, especially famous for the most delicate and artistic processing. If it is simply translated as thin porcelain, obviously the word does not convey the meaning. The second problem is rigid use of foreignization hindered the development of Chinese ceramic culture to the outside world. For example, 笔洗 is a utensil used to hold water to wash writing brush. If translated as 笔洗, it is obviously too stiff. 帽筒 is a traditional porcelain used to put hats, ornaments, jewelry, etc. since the Qing dynasty. If translated as 帽筒, it is too mechanical. We'd better translate them as brush washer and hat stand. The third is that the phenomenon of multiple translation versions of one word is common. This problem we have explained before. How to handle these problems? There are some common strategies. First one, free translation. If you can find corresponding word in target language, you should translate the ceramic terms concisely. For example, 玉窑 is translated as imperial cane, and 抛光机 is translated as polishing machine. The second, free translation plus explanation. After free translation, there still needs to be added or may be doubtful, so it should be annotated. For example, 景德镇颜色釉瓷 should be translated as color glazed porcelain, glazed with different metal oxides and displays a certain color after firing. Third, literal translation. For the imperfection of free translation of some ceramic terms, literal translation may be better. For example, 汝窑 Royal cane, 歌窑 cane, 龙泉窑 cane. Fourth, literal translation plus explanation. For the ceramic terms with deep historical heritage or special meaning, it's useful to translate directly, adding notes. For example, 高岭土 is a kind of rock with a variety of clay minerals and a small amount of classic minerals. It was first found in the village of Gaoling in Jingdezheng and got its name. Some people translate it freely as white clay or China clay, which is obviously too general. In fact, as early as 1869, the German geologist Rich Hogan translated it as kaolin and suggested that we continue this translation. In order to give readers a deep understanding of kaolin, we can add an important material for porcelain. Besides, there are other translation strategies. Diagram-assisted translation method. Many translations of ceramic varieties production processes, and other terms have been accepted for a long time, but they may be obscure and difficult to understand for foreigners. So, visual ways and means are needed to assist translation, including the use of pictures, tables, formulas, and other means. Adding words translation method. When translating the names of certain ceramic objects, we need to borrow prepositions, adjectives, adverbs, etc. For example, 绿釉贴花凤首壶 should be translated as green glazed pot with oblique shaped like a phoenix head. Mixed translation method. A combination of literal and free translation method. For some common numbers or colors, the translation does not need to be precise and can be fuzzy. For example, 唐三彩 three-color glazed ware. 三彩 not only refers to the three colors of red, green, and white, but also has black, blue, and purple colors. Flexible translation. Ming and Qin porcelain on the Sanskrit is more common, mostly for Buddhist mantras. But with the development of social change, some Sanskrit terms are no longer prevailing, so translator can take alternative methods of translation. For example, 送子观音 expresses everlasting traditional culture of childbirth. The original Sanskrit is Avalokitesvara, which is more appropriately translated as 观音 carrying a child. There are also some Sanskrit words that have already entered English corpus, such as Buddha, monk, temple, etc. To sum up, as an important part of Chinese culture, ceramic culture undertakes the important mission of passing on thousands of years of ceramic memories. The translator needs to achieve the ultimate goal to ceramic culture translation through corresponding translation skills or strategies. Well, that's all for this class. Thank you.